Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review It's a Sin. And this is a mini-series from England, debuting on HBO Max from Russell T. Davies, who previously did work on creating the mini-series A Very English Scandal, which I absolutely loved, with Ben Winshaw and Hugh Grant in it. And this 5-episode series focuses on about 10 years in the life of four friends dealing with the AIDS pandemic in London. And throughout this series, it really focuses a lot on building their relationships, setting up the lives that each of them lead, whether it's a young, naive gay man who doesn't really act out too much on his feelings, or one of the other friends who's basically just going out there and living his life to the fullest with the most people. And one of the friends who deals with coming from a very traditional family from out of England and the tensions that brings, and a young woman who's friends with all of them who really wants to be there for everyone. And you see this group of friends, they're great characters and they're excellently performed, and I want to make sure Ollie Alexander, who plays Richie, Nathaniel Curtis, who plays Ash, Omari Douglas, who plays Roscoe, Lydia West, who plays Jill, and Callum Scott Howells, who plays Colin. And you have this group of friends, and they're interacting. They have great chemistry. They have fantastic charisma. These characters are so interesting and real and empathetic, and that's why you care so much about this series. And you have some great small supporting performances throughout the show, including Stephen Fry and Neil Patrick Harris. And you also have other performers like Keely Hawes, who plays one of the young men's mothers, who's the last episode of this is so challenging because it focuses specifically on Richie's family and the denial of his parents, of who he has been his whole life, and the confrontation between the group of friends and his mother. As, you know, all these different people in this group of friends, some of them wind up contracting AIDS and dealing with AIDS and unfortunately succumbing to AIDS. And there's a lot of sadness and emotional scenes in this show, and they do such a fantastic job of putting it together. This has such great life. It captures the time period so well, whether it's the costume design, the production design, the music. Music is killing it. The songs at the end of the credit, and with the credits for each episode, are just so fantastic. And it really captures this world, this life. I have seen some criticisms that it never focuses on living with AIDS. It's always just dying with AIDS, which a lot of these stories do focus on, and not a lot of them focus on what it takes to stay alive and to survive and really going through that. I love Pose a lot. That's a show that I really, really appreciate a lot. And you get to see a little bit more of that in that show. This one, it's like somebody gets AIDS, it goes bad quickly, and it's sad, and you see these different revelations, and it does really focus a lot on the suffering and the grief and the loss, which it's real and it's poignant, and you care about these characters, and that's why it works. There's also some really well edited sequences that really deliver some, I wouldn't call them twists, but some revelations that hit very emotionally. And there's one particular sequence where you have the one character played by Callum Scott Howells, Colin, realizing how he got AIDS. And it's kind of, the audience gets to see how it happened, and it's really sad and devastating. And over the course of the show, you do get a lot of fun. You get to see them living their lives and being friends together, but you also see the judgment and the ostracization from their families and their communities. This show hits a lot of check boxes in terms of emotions and story and characters, and I really loved It's a Sin quite a bit. And I definitely recommend checking out the show. It's definitely one of the best imports that HBO Max has brought over from the UK to put on their streaming service. So go check out It's a Sin. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.